All right, guys, we're going to take a closer look at this guy here. This is a Kickstarter launch that should launch on April 2nd, and it's pretty dang affordable for how much effort was put into the design. Launch price should be around $3.99. This is the IKIGAI KAME. I think I'm saying some of that right. It's Japanese words. The brand name is, with intent or direction. And then the model name is for the sea turtle, which, a lot of brands will tie themselves to ocean or sea turtles and stuff like that. But this one actually has some of the shapes and design cues pulled from elements of that sea turtle. So it's a little different from my opinion anyway. Typically you would take from shapes from things with other shapes, which clearly these sea turtles have shapes on them, but it's not typical that a brand would pull shapes from a living creature. So pretty dang cool, I think. And that turtle, the sea turtle, is on the case back, as well as some Japanese building, I think, up there. But let's take a closer look at this guy. We'll cover the measurements first real quick, because we tend to do that here on the channel. It is a 39 millimeter wide case from here to here. The lug to lug is a 46.9. This little inset part here on the case side here, that's kind of like the fins almost from the sea turtle. I know it might be a reach, but they're there. Trust me. I was shown the early drawings and how certain shapes were pulled from the sea turtle. It's pretty cool. Thickness only 12.1 millimeter. You have a single dome sapphire crystal up top, 20 millimeter lug width, and this, I have to say, excellent bracelet tapers down to 18 millimeter, fully milled clasp, on the fly, toolless micro adjust here on this clasp. It's good to see those. Quick release spring bars, 7.4 millimeter screw down crown. Check out the shape of it. Also kind of like really tying in with the overall design characteristics of the watch. Inside is the automatic Miyota 9039 no date movement. You have 120 click bezel on this thing. And again, all these shapes, these are all like kind of pieces, parts pulled from like the shell, the shell of the sea turtle. There's like different patterns and everything. That's where a lot of these design cues are pulled from. Also on the scallop portions, I pointed this out in the unboxing, but they're labeled. So 40, they spell out whatever is indicated on the top. This is all stainless steel and then inlaid with loom, and then you have more loom on those larger positions. So kind of, I know it's not, because this isn't where the design cues came from, but there's some older Seiko watches that had pretty cool bezel designs and case designs and stuff like that. And that's where this one kind of reminds me of to a certain extent, even though I know that's not where the design cues came from. Dial pattern is really cool, as well as the chapter ring. If you look in there, they actually spelled out their brand name right here. And then on that chapter, if you look at all the hour markers portions of it, they're also done with like little eyes, because they have, well, 3 eyes in their brand name. So they're a little eye heavy. Might as well throw some more eyes on there. I think that's pretty cool. Really nice, legible, polished handset there, pointing easily to the uniquely shaped applied markers. And check out the dial texture in that center port. It's just mesmerizing. So this one's clearly the blue. This is the what they call horizon blue. There is a mystic purple, very cool looking purple. Just check the link in the description. It'll take you right to their website. And so I'll probably put 2 links, but either way, you're going to get to wherever you want to go. So there's a website, which already has it. And then that will link you easily to the Kickstarter page, which I'll also link below. And then there's another one called the Solar Flare, which is a kind of a burnt amber orange color. That one's really cool looking as well. Like I said, the price point is only $399 on this thing. Excellent loom, BGW9 loom, all that good stuff. I really cannot say enough about this bracelet either. This is probably one of the best bracelets I've seen on a micro brand, oddly enough. And it's on this guy right here, right? So really cool case design. You can see it's kind of flared. This is also to mimic the the body shape of the turtle. You know, like the turtle shell comes over the top. This one doesn't come over the top. That would be a bit much. But like the body of the turtle is like inboard of the shell. So it's protected, right? So pretty cool overall design. Let's pop it on wrist so you can see what that looks like. I know this is going to be a divisive watch for sure, but if you're bold and daring enough to have a unique piece like this, I say go for it. At $400, I'm not saying it's not a lot of money. $400 is still a lot of money, but it's relative when we're playing with all these watches, guys. I'm clearly desensitized to it. I have hundreds of watches around me all the time. So, you know, when I don't like read too much into it. When I say, well, it's only $400, I get it. $400 is a lot of money to a lot of people. However, I'm saying this watch is totally worth $400, I guess is what my point is. It's very comfortable on wrist. It's a very good size. I typically don't gravitate towards 39 millimeter watches, but because the bezel's wider, actually I didn't even get a measure of that. The bezel's wider on the top side, so it works better for me because it's like 41.7 all the way across, which we typically don't measure, but that's kind of the way it presents on wrist. So that's why like this watch would work really good for me. It may be for you. The crown is super cool too. I love the shape of it. Very easy to operate. Let's give this a quick blast with the UV light. I can already tell this is going to be a lume monster. This is a prototype too. And honestly, for a prototype, this has got to be 99%. Oh, did I show a close-up of the case back? Check out that case back. That is slick. It has the tsunami wave, has some Japanese architecture back there with the mountains and the range, and then, of course, the sea turtle hanging out in there in its natural environment. So very, very cool design watch. And just uniquely different. And phenomenal lume. Again, like I said, this is the prototype, but it has to be like 99%. I don't know what changes they could possibly do for the production one. This one seems sorted. It seems good to go. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next vid.